We would like to give a special thanks to Piasol Armory for always letting us film there. Heckler Koch is a German defense manufacturing company, and they are located
in Oberndorf
am Neckar in Germany. Their famous company motto is no compromise. HK has a history of innovation in firearms, such as the use of polymers in weapons designs and the use of integral rails, lights, systems on handguns. Also, HK developed modern polygonal rifling. And the company was founded on December 28th, 1949. It is really nice having the capability of decocking the hammer. The weapons produced by Heckler Koch are tested harder than any other manufacturer. Most pistols have been tested to withstand 90,000 rounds before any parts breakages or changes. Their hammer-fire pistols have been tested to withstand all types of hostile environments and all sorts of abuse. The combat trigger group design has the capability to withstand water, mud, dirt, sand, and is very reliable. I want to give a big thank you to my best friend Jesse for being an outstanding cameraman and always helping me film. All Heckler Koch pistols incorporate a recoil reducing system. Many have a nylon plastic bushing on them that when the slide gets all the way back, it hits that and it really reduces overall wear and tear of the pistol over time, especially with plus P ammunition. Some of them have a metal and nylon bushing hybrid. This, I'll tell you what, this is an amazing recoil reduction system that's in the P30 SK, some of the other SK models. Very nice. And this, and the USP, it borrows it from the Mark 23. It is basically a 3-part recoil reduction system with a super tight spring here. And it's just really nice, and they really reduce the recoil very well. Yep. HK has my favorite trigger design, and it's very unique. It's called LEM, which stands for Law Enforcement Modification Trigger. Best way to describe it is it has a very light take-up until you get to a wall, then a very crisp break, and then a fairly short reset. And it also has the capability of doing a restrike in case the bullet doesn't go off. This is great for quick engagement. Many of the hammer-fired pistols that Heckler Koch offers has this safety decocker system that I love. I feel like it's very unique to other guns. And basically, if you just put a round in the chamber and you want to have it on safety, just like a 1911, you can do it like that. It's got a very firm and audible click to it. Like it takes a couple pounds to take that off. And then you can have a quick trigger pull just by putting your thumb down. The weapon would cycle. And then it's ready for another just short single action type trigger pull. Now you can enter a round in the chamber and you can make it super safe now by decocking it. And for a very long trigger pull, but to be even super safe, enter a round into the chamber, decock it, and then put the safety up. That way, whenever you pull it out, you have to click your thumb down, and then you have an extremely long trigger pull. The system is very unique in the way it looks. Once you take the slide off the frame, it's like has this plate there. It's like an action plate, and you can see where there's actually this bar that's in the way right here, this longer bar. So when you do decock it, it stops it right there. So it'll never actually hit the firing pin that's in the slide. It actually won't hit that circle part. Many of the hammer-fired Heckler Koch pistols have the capability of being extremely safe. You see, you can enter a round into the chamber with the safety on. Not many pistols you can do that with because the safety selector impedes the slide from moving back. And when you're finished with the pistol, you can still drop the mag and eject the round out with the safety still on. It's a very safe system. Because some people like to have a safety on when they're ejecting the round, just so there's no chance of pulling the trigger. Many models are offered in either a standard version or a tactical version. Tactical version is going to come with a threaded barrel to accept a suppressor, raised sights. Also, there is an O-ring on the barrel, and this aids in tighter lockup. And this also makes the pistol extremely accurate. You also get a match grade trigger with an adjustable screw for over travel. It's a slightly lighter trigger with a shorter reset. Many of their pistols are offered in several different variants. These two USPs are variant 1s with the safety decocker on the left side, but a variant 2, which is easy to change, would have the safety decocker on the right side of the gun for a left-handed person. You can also change them to just a safety or just a decocker. And the P30 models you can purchase as a variant 1, which is a light LEM, or you can get the variant 3, which is a decocker, but they also make one with a safety as well. Ask yourself, what is the most important thing in a gunfight? Reliability. And the Heckler Koch hammer-fired series of pistols, I believe, are the most reliable pistols on the planet. They are time-tested and battle-proven. And the action of these pistols is very smooth. The feed ramp is very well polished. You can see how these bullets just glide in there. And this really aids in the reliability. Many of the HK pistol models come with the availability of you can pay a little bit extra and get the LE version, stands for law enforcement, and they come with Meprolite night sights, which are good for racking off a boot or belt. You know, they have the straight ledge, but for a little bit less money, you can get just like the regular painted sights. Sometimes they're angled. Also, the LE models are going to come with 3 magazines standard, whereas the standard model is only going to come with 2. And this is my buddy Will's HK45 Compact. It's his everyday carry, and he'll be going over why it is an amazing handgun.
So I bought this H&K 45C on my dad's birthday in 2020. I went to a local Cabela's. I saw this in there. I was looking at Glocks. I was thinking about buying a Glock 19X. They didn't have any in there. And I saw this, and this has been on my want list for a very, very long time. I have never seen one in person before, so I figured, screw it, I'll just go ahead and buy this. And this has been a very good pistol for me. My dad says that this is his favorite 45 ACP that he shot. As far as accuracy goes, it was right out of the box, pinpoint, bullseye every single shot with manageable recoil. I carry it every day. Field strip it is pretty easy. It's similar to a 1911. As far as accessories goes, it's not as versatile and it's not out there like a Glock is, but you know, I can definitely get extra capacity magazines. I can definitely do some things to it to trick it out. But I've pretty much kept it stock over the past year or so since I bought it. As far as value goes, you're going to be spending anywhere between $200 down to as little as $100 more than your standard Glock, depending on which model you want. But I'd say spend the extra money and go for a H&K of some kind. One of the things that attributes to the 45C's accuracy is this O-ring here on the barrel. Not only does the O-ring attribute to the accuracy of the gun, it's also a Cannon grade polygonal rifling barrel. Very, very good rifling, cold hammer forged steel. And one of the other things that attributes to the accuracy of the gun is this amazing trigger. As you will find out, the reset on this thing is stupid good. As you can see, I did not move the gun, or the trigger rather, very much at all. A little bit of history about this gun. Larry Vickers, he helped develop the 45 and the 45C, which is of course the compact version of the 45. He also had a helping hand in the H&K 416 rifle, which is the M16 variant from H&K. Firepower, of course, it's a very heavy-hitting 45 ACP. I carry it with 230 grain jacketed hollow points. It holds 8 rounds. I can also buy a 2-round magazine extension or go to hnkparts.com and buy the 10-round magazine for a couple extra dollars. As far as track record goes, everyone who I know owns an H&K, they love them. The grip on this gun is sensational. I will probably compare this to something like the Glock 19X, which was the contender to what I was going to buy. The grip right here, on this part of the grip and the back strap on this gun.
It's kind of like sandpaper.
It's sandpaper, yes. It's very much like sandpaper. And the stippling right here on the side of the gun, it is very good. And everyone who has held this gun and has shot it, they all like it. They say it fits them like a glove. Mm-hmm. And I have friends who have various hand sizes who have smaller hands than me, and they love this gun so much. And these are diehard 1911 old-fashioned people.
And I heard Larry Vickers, when he was working on the development of it, that he wanted it to have a 1911 grip angle, and also this part right here to be square, just kind of like a 1911, but also smooth for carry. So like when it's on your hip, you know, it's not as abrasive. And so I know it carries really well. It's surprisingly thin too for a 45. Like the slide and everything's thin. And if you compare it to, I don't know, this is a USP. The slide on that's even like kind of chunkier and wider. So
the versatility of this pistol is superb. One of the main reasons is this decocker. You can carry it cocked and locked with a round in the chamber, or you can have it on double action and have a longer trigger pull. Most of the time, I usually carry it double action only with a round in the chamber and the safety on. When I'm feeling like that I'm in a bad situation, I feel like that it might need to be more ready to go, I will have it on single action and it's on safety. And then when I do need to pull it out and fire it, all I gotta do is take it off safety and it will be ready to go. By the way, these sights are amazing. These sights are 3-dot luminescent sights, and they are fantastic, and they glow in the dark very, very well.
All modern Heckler Koch pistols have ambidextrous magazine releases. You can either actuate them from the left side or the right side by pushing down. So why H&K? In my opinion, they have the best finish on the market. And all the internal parts are coated with the Dow Corning chemical treatment, so this really reduces the risk of them rusting over time. Also, all of the roll pins are nickel coated, so these pistols literally can live outside and have really low chance of ever rusting. They also come with pretty good sights, and they have a huge aftermarket options as far as sights, magazine extensions, compensators, all kinds of stuff. If you check out hkparts.net, have some excellent stuff on there. They have the best barrels, in my opinion, on the market. They're cold hammer forged out of cannon grade steel, and they are polygonally rifled. So that increases the longevity. They can handle a lot of rounds, as I said before. The pistols look amazing. It's like the engineers really took a lot of time picking out great designs, and they have good slide serrations. And with the multiple possibilities of trigger configurations, you can really customize the trigger to your exact needs. And pistols like the P30 that you see right here, you can totally customize the grip to fit any size hand. And no matter what caliber pistol you choose from H&K, the recoil will always seem tolerable and fairly tame due to the recoil reduction system. Most of their guns are completely ambidextrous. They can also handle a steady diet of +P+ ammunition, and they are trusted by militaries all around the world. Some cons are that some of their triggers take some getting used to. They do have aftermarket trigger options available. Some models have a little bit less capacity than some people would like, expensive magazines and the availability of them, and they do have a higher bore axis than most pistols, and so they can be interpreted as being a little flippy, but all in all, they are excellent weapons, and I am an H&K fanboy for life.